What is up, everybody? Welcome to Grinders Live. Welcome to Grinders Live. I was thrown off by the music. Welcome to Crunch Time. You know the drill. It's the show I've been hosting for like 8 years. I've never once hosted Grinders Live. Not sure where that came from. But I do know we have two of the sharpest minds in the biz helping me out. They know what show we're on. My guy TJ in the house. What up, TJ?
Would be fun to get you doing a Grinders Live one of these days. Work the movie Monday, the TV Tuesdays, get your tiers going, get your trivia going. I think that would be a fun time.
I do like the tiers. I'm on board. The movie Monday thing, a good time. We may just like steal all their bits for a crunch time once or twice just to enjoy some of the fun of it. TJ, how are you, good sir? And how are you feeling about this later slate?
Doing well. Early slate went really well for me. Spidey bombs, we only got one, so we didn't make any money there, but we almost broke even. And then DFS went really well. Fully faded Flaherty and Suarez, so that was wonderful. And Ray did well, but I had a lot of Trevor Rogers and Gavin Williams who outscored him. So pretty good early slate. I had one lineup that looked like it was going to take down a tournament, but got a 0 from Jazz, and so didn't quite get there. But hey, any day we're making money is a good day.
No doubt about that. We got Tim, aka Tasteful Tides, in the house as well. I would say this is perfect level beard, right? This is ideal beard for you. It's not too crazy. It's not too short. This is 10 out of 10 beard, Tim. How are you?
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. I am graying hard. I might have to start dyeing my beard. I mean, this is getting a little bit out of hand. Should I keep the gray, Kevin? I mean,
it's so perfectly salt and peppered. You can't. If you get to a point, in like a year and it's just full gray and you hate it, fine. But right now, it's just like it's chef's kiss amount of gray. I say you stick with it.
I probably wouldn't be graying so hard if I listened to TJ and not play Jack Flaherty on the early slate. So that was a disaster. My team was terrible, and Flaherty was obviously terrible. And shout out to TJ. He had a really solid show, made a lot of great calls for tournaments. So good for him. I just need to listen to TJ, really.
Well, that's it. We've got a second opportunity to do that today, and we'll see how it goes. Alex says Tides has been so GQ lately, and Maryi Don Yeezy says Tim is a chick magnet.
It must be the Walmart sweatshirt.
That's it. It's what it is. Nothing says GQ like a Walmart hoodie. That is as fresh as it gets. We got to dive into this slate a wee bit. The good news is we don't have anything to worry about in the old rain department. I think everything looks fine here. Just a quick double check. Yeah, we're good. I don't even think there's anything I really feel is so noteworthy that I need to bring it up or that you should plan around it. So whatever you are going to do, go ahead and do that and just pretend that the weather is not a thing. With that out of the way, let's jump into the slate itself. TJ, early show, I let you start. So I'm going to let you go second round this time, and I will get Tim's thoughts as we lead into it. We start talking about pitchers. We need 2 on DK, 1 on FanDuel. Tim, what are you doing?
Sure. So on DK, really quick, I mean, the first 2 guys that we have to talk about are Spencer Strider and George Kirby. Those 2 are clearly going to be the most popular pitchers on this entire slate. It's not even really close. I think we have Strider close to 60% and Kirby close to 50%. I actually think those will end up being flip-flopped. I think Kirby will end up being more popular, but I could be wrong. So those 2 are like obviously you can play them together. I think you should be playing them together in cash games, and in GPPs, it's actually it's not that hard to play them both, but I think that there are some worthy pivots going a little bit lower. So Jeffrey Springs at 6,800 going up against the Nationals at 6,800. That opens up a ton of salary for some of these more expensive bats that we'll talk about. So he would be my favorite salary saving option, I guess, for pitching. And then we get into some really severe nonsense. I'm not like a 150 max player. I'm more of a 3 max player. Mm-hmm. So if I was just building out 3 teams, I'd have 2 out of 3 Kirby and Strider, and then I'd have 1 Kirby and Springs, and that's it for 3 max stuff. But as you're building out, guys like Cade Cavalli, Michael Wacha, Dustin May, Nestor Cortez, who's coming back today against the Diamondbacks. They're all within $500 of each other, and there's not a lot separating that bunch. You know, if I had to pick out of that group, Nestor Cortez at 6,900 would probably be my favorite, but I don't have a lot of conviction with that.
What does his leash look like? First game back, do we know how many pitches, or what do we at least have estimated for pitch count?
He hasn't pitched in like 10 days, but he got over 90 in his last rehab start. His last rehab start was 93.
Yeah, the bat has him for 89. I'm not really that concerned. Like, even if you put him down at like 85 or something like that, I'm not that worried about it. But I mean, I still like Springs a lot better. But just out of that group of Cavalli, Walker, May, and Cortez, I would pick Cortez first over that whole group.
Okay, two more thoughts that I just have. Obviously, I'm not as in the loop as you. Is there like a double cheap option where you can go, say, Springs and Cortez, save a ton of money, and then you're like, all the bats, or you don't really need that or want that?
We don't. So, like, this is not a Coors Field slate. We don't need to be paying up for guys. We don't even have guys like Aaron Judge on this slate. We don't have Shohei Ohtani on this slate. So I'm not a fan of the double spend down. I think you need to have one of Kirby or Strider. But that's it. And then on FanDuel, really quick, I just wanted to mention FanDuel really quick. Kirby is a significantly better play than Strider. Kirby's $800 less than Strider. So if you're picking one, I'd go Kirby over on FanDuel. And then Springs is a lot more expensive on FanDuel also. So Springs is not as good of a play on FanDuel as he is on DraftKings. If I was looking to punt, I would go with Cortez at 6,700, or I guess Cade Cavalli at 6,400. But I would prefer Cortez as my preferred punt if I was looking to pay up for all the bats. But still, I think you're better off just playing Kirby.
Okay, good stuff. TJ, I want to bring you in the mix here, and can I start with some questions about Strider? Because I felt like, at least the last time I was on, everyone was, his velocity's down. He doesn't have the ceiling he used to have. He's not the same dude. Well, he's almost 10K. Do we want to play him?
Yeah, because not the same dude is still an ace pitcher. And so we still want to play him because, like, old Spencer Strider was 12.5, 13K, right? Like, he was getting all the way up there with his 40% K rates, absolutely just cooking. But right. I'm not gonna be having Kirby or Strider beat me really today, because I'll be about even on both of them. I have 50% Kirby, 49% Strider in my build right now. My big stand is I'm fading Jeffrey Springs. I have 0 Jeffrey Springs in tournaments. He just doesn't seem like he should be a 40% owned pitcher today. Like, the Strider and Kirby stuff, I get it. They're the only guys with the mega ceilings, and they have the highest floors. Having said that, I'll be about even on both of them. And then the cheap guys I'm taking my shots on are going to be Nestor Cortez, Cade Cavalli, Jonathan Cannon, all in small capacities. And the guy I'm taking my big stand on is Jose Quintana. He's my favorite pitcher on the slate. Like,
ooh, that's spicy.
Ownership. I'm getting he's my third highest own. He's not my highest own, but he's my third highest own behind Kirby and Strider. I really like Quintana today against the aggressively sputtering Atlanta Braves.
Okay. Very good. Guys, a few people on board, by the way. Some people saying, all right, Quintana. Jake says Strider giving up the booty tonight. I don't think that's a good thing. I would think that's a bad thing, but I don't really know. Let's flip it. Let's talk about the bats and the stacks. I feel like we're fairly well covered there as far as pitchers go.
One thing, I apologize if I missed it. Tim, did you mention who your cash pairing is?
For me, it's definitely the double spend up.
Okay, me too. Somebody was asking about playing like the play of Springs at SP2 in cash, right? And I was thinking, no, I don't think it is. Like, there's nothing aggressive to spend up for. I think you got to go Kirby Strider today.
I think you're making a really big error if you're not double spending up in cash today.
Interesting. Okay, very good. Let's talk about those stacks. CJ, you can lead us off in that department. What do you got?
First up, we got enough likes for Spidey Bomb number 1, so we'll drop that right now. Keep hitting that like button. 75 likes the second one. 100 likes, we will drop the third one. First one at 50 likes, we got a plus 600 one to start things out, and that is Jackson Merrill. Spidey Bomb number 1, Jackson Merrill at plus 600. next one at 75 likes. So keep hitting the like button. In terms of stacks today, nobody is like really great. You know, like we had a couple teams standing out early on, but it was fairly balanced throughout. Very similar on this one. The Padres are going to be my favorite today. I'm loading up on them, and they're going to be my highest owned stack. Coming in right behind them is the Athletics. I like them quite a bit for tournaments today. Nick Kurtz is going to be one of my favorite bats on the slate, as he always is. And so Padres 1, Athletics 2, Seattle, Boston, fine to don't mind both of those teams. The one that I don't think many people are going to play at all that I'm quite high on today is Washington. With that high Jeffrey Springs ownership, I'm fading him completely. I'm going to be going with a lot of Washington stacks against Jeffrey Springs today.
Okay, interesting. Tim, what are your favorite stacks?
Yeah, definitely San Diego is the top overall stack today. They should be, I don't know. I mean, they're definitely going to be popular, but I don't think they're going to be overowned. Seattle against Jonathan Cannon would probably be my number 2. I really like Atlanta today. TJ's not wrong, though. They've been pretty atrocious all season, but I'm not a believer in Quintana, so I'm hoping Atlanta can get to him today. I'm looking at either a 2-man or a 3-man of Atlanta right now, my primary single entry team. So that's just a little different from what TJ is thinking, but still, I don't disagree. Atlanta has been pretty bad all year. So I wouldn't fault anybody if they wanted to pitch Quintana, but you know, it's definitely one of those debatable things. And then I guess if I was going to look a little bit off the board, I don't think the Red Sox are going to be that heavily owned against Michael Wacha. It's been a losing battle stacking against Wacha for quite a few years now. I just think it's an interesting risk-reward play on this relatively small slate. I do think the Red Sox do have the potential to be the highest scoring team on the slate, and you'll get them at incredibly low ownership. So I don't mind the Red Sox in large field GPPs.
Okay, very good. I don't know if you guys heard the thunderstorm overhead.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah. So if all of a sudden I get frozen, it's because I lost power, because that happens.
Wow.
I mean, it's really, it's going here. So we will see. Hopefully the old internet can hang in there a little bit longer. Okay, very good. Pitchers. We talked some stacks.
Ross, I'm not sure. It wasn't on either slate today, so it sucked. But if anyone was doing some betting, I guess it was only an 8.6% bump in Weather Edge, but winds blowing out with 96 degrees today in Colorado. Blue Jays have 20 runs so far.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's just kind of the perfect. It's only second to Wrigley winds blowing out. When you're in Colorado and it's 90-ish or hotter and the winds are blowing out, to me, that's just that's a tough spot to fade. I am always a big fan of that. 20 runs for one team. That is that's a lot. That's
20-1 in the 9th right now.
Okay, let's talk about what we're doing here, position by position. Then we'll give some home run calls. Then we'll open it up to some questions as well. Tim, you can lead us off with a little bit of catcher talk.
Catcher is actually pretty good tonight, considering how small the slate is. Obviously, Cal Raleigh is a fantastic play going up against the extremely low strikeout pitcher, Jonathan Cannon. So Raleigh is the top overall play, but he's also 6,300. So if you're looking to get a little bit cheaper at the position, Sean Murphy at 3,300 going up against Quintana. I really like him today. He's probably your cash game catcher, but he's good in any format. Shang Langoliers at 5K. He's fine, but if you're going to spend that much, I'd really prefer if you just went up to Cal Raleigh. But obviously, the Athletics are okay as well. And then I think that would really be it. Maybe the San Diego catcher, Freddie Fermin, at 2,400 would be okay if you really just want to punt it.
Yeah. TJ, real quick, like the thing that we kind of missed in that 20 runs for Toronto is that somehow the Rockies only have one. Like it's the same. They're so bad.
It's the Rockies.
They're so bad.
They're so horrible. It actually makes DFS less fun. That
Well, it was one of those
they're
things
so
that
bad.
it's like
Right.
these last, like it wasn't on the slate today, but the last 2 days, the Blue Jays are in Coors with, the worst pitching staff in baseball, starters and bullpen.
Yeah.
And so you think like, okay, the only way they can fail is BABIP, right? They're going to be putting the ball on the bat. The only way it can fail is if they're going right at the defenders. But it's also 100 degrees with the wind blowing out with the largest outfield in all of baseball. So like,
you should be able to overcome that.
what do you do? Like it's how do they fail? Like how do they
Yeah.
fail at that point? The balls are going to be in play and they're going to be hit hard in a huge outfield with altitude. So it's one of those situations where like the outs on how they could fail really, really became minimal.
Yeah, and yet they're failing.
No, I'm talking about the Blue Jays.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No,
Okay,
the Blue Jays have put up about 40 runs in the last 3 games.
Yeah. Okay, your thoughts at catcher.
Yeah, so I just got my new set of lineups in, and Cal Raleigh, big dumper, is actually going to be my highest own here.
You chose
Langoliers
wisely.
right behind him. I do think Langoliers is probably the guy that you're going with in a cash game setting today, or going down to Sean Murphy just because he's really cheap. He's the one Brave that I'm getting to on their own today that I like quite a bit in a good lineup spot, and he's nice and cheap for the Braves. So Raleigh, Langoliers, Perez, and Murphy, the clear top 4. And then the other guy I'm getting to a decent amount just because I'm stacking these teams a lot are Freddie Fermin, as Tim mentioned, and Riley Adams for Washington.
Okay, very good. Also want to make sure that people know if you hit the thumbs up, you can get some Spidey Bombs. We have one Spidey Bomb already dropped. Jackson Merrill at plus 600. You get a second Spidey Bomb at 75 likes. You get a third Spidey Bomb at 150 likes. And it's just a free show. It's free content. So we're, hit the like for a Spidey Bomb. Hit the like just because it's free content. Whatever you want to do. Hit the like. It gets more eyeballs. It keeps the show free. TJ, first base. What do you got going on there?
Top first baseman play today is Spidey Bomb number 2. It's Nick Kurtz at plus 333. Keep hitting the like button. We got the second one at 100 likes. We'll see how things go. If we keep going more than that, we got some more Spidey Bombs. But Nick Kurtz, Spidey Bomb number 2, my highest owned first baseman today. I'm going to have him in about 25% of lineups. If you can't get up there, I do think that what's nice is there's like a good, this is more Tim's domain than mine, but I think even in like a cash setting, depending on the type of lineup you build, there's a person in each tier that's allowed. You got Nick Kurtz up top, you have Vinny Pasquantino in the mid tier, and then Tyler Locklear if you need to go really cheap. And I do think those are the top 3 options. I'm getting to a lot of Josh Bell for tournaments, and then Ryan O'Hearn, another play that I really love for tournaments today.
Good stuff. Tim, your thoughts at first?
Yeah, I think Matt Olson is the top overall option. Quintana does give up some power to left-handed bats. I don't think a lot of people are going to be clicking on Olson. I think that mostly people are going to be clicking on Kurtz and Pasquantino. So I think Olson's going to go a little bit under-owned today. I do like that Ryan O'Hearn call quite a bit, assuming he's in the lineup. And then Tyler Locklear at 2,400 would be my favorite in the cheap section. But I do like that Josh Bell call for GPPs. But I think Tyler Locklear at 2,400 is a pretty solid value.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to second base. Tim, what do you got there?
My favorite overall play is Jake Cronenworth. I kind of debated between he and Ozzy Albies, but I think I'm settling on Cronenworth just because I like San Diego a little bit more than Atlanta. But Ozzy Albies is also a fantastic play. Ketel Marte is probably he is the best raw point second baseman. I think his salary is so high though that you're going to have to fade him at least in cash games, but he can be a one-off or part of a Arizona stack. But 5,900 is quite a bit for him. So I think he would be pretty much a pass for me in like a 3 max or like cash game setting. Really, it's Albies and Cronenworth. And then if you need somebody that's cheap, Blaze Alexander at 2,600, I think is a decent play. I don't even mind like Jonathan India as like a contrarian value piece.
Yeah. Okay. TJ, your thoughts there at the old second base spot?
Blue Jays sweep of the Rockies, 45 runs, 13 home runs, 63 hits in 3 games.
So that means they gave up 45 runs to Toronto in 3 games.
Yeah. 15 a
So
game.
that means they gave up 30 to the Pirates in 3 games. So that's 75 in the last 6 games.
It's incredible. Like,
I know.
What's more likely, is 75 in 6 games in baseball or football?
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. That's really bad.
All right, where are we? TJ, second base.
Ketel Marte, if you can get up there, my top play at second base today. Probably, I think the top spend, if I'm picking one on this slate, it would be Marte at second base. Cronenworth is my next favorite after that, but outside of Marte, like, I'm just doing guys in stacks. That's it. Cronenworth, Cole Young, Bryce Terang, Romy Gonzalez, Max Schumann, Blaze Alexander. Like, it's really just whoever's in a stack for me.
Yeah. All right. That brings us to third. TJ, you get to lead us off there.
Third base, Manny Machado is one of my – I wrote him up at the expert survey today as I think my very top play on the slate. And if I'm not mistaken, is he my highest owned bat? Let's see. He is my highest owned bat on the slate as well. So love some Manny Machado. Get into an absolute ton of him. He is sub 6K, so it's not like you're really breaking the bank to get him. I'm going to be like – so in SimLabs, you're seeing all these – Kansas City players right at the top. I'm going to be underweight on most of them today. Not all of them, but most of them. Like I have 8% Garcia today, and he's like my 6th highest owned third baseman. Guys that I'm getting to more, Machado, as I mentioned, Paul DeJong if I need a punt. Daryl Hernandez with my Athletics, Colson Montgomery, even as a one-off against George Kirby, totally fine with. And then Eugenio Suarez, I'm going to be heavily overweight on.
Okay. Good stuff. But let's Tim, your thoughts at third, please.
Yeah, Manny Machado is in my cash game team and in my primary single entry team. So I really like that call by TJ that Manny Machado is probably the top overall bat on the slate. I really do like his spot and his price tag. So he's a fantastic play. Eugenio Suarez at 6K would be my preferred pivot off of Machado. It's looking like Suarez is going to go fairly low owned. I don't know if it'll be like really 2.5%, but even if he's like 7 or 8%, that's completely fine because Machado, and it looks like Bregman's getting quite a bit of ownership too. So I really do like Suarez a lot for GPPs. Just like I mentioned at second, Blaze Alexander is an okay punt as well. And then don't forget about Nacho Alvarez in Atlanta stacks. He's only 2,100. So he's definitely going to be part of an Atlanta stack.
Okay, Tim, how about short?
Shortstop is a little bit strange today. Obviously, guys like Bobby Witt and CJ Abrams are fantastic, but I think I'm leaving them off of my cash game and single entry team right now. I currently have Xander Bogaerts at 4,300 just because I'm so high on that San Diego stack. My next favorite play would be Trevor Story at 4,400. Daryl Hernandez at 2,800. I think he's an interesting value going up against Savali, who's only pitched one start in the major league. So we don't really know who he is yet. So I think that Hernandez at 2,800 is an okay value. And I don't think shortstop is so strong today that you necessarily have to spend up there. I don't think there's huge opportunity cost at the position like there normally would be in a full slate. So I think it's okay if you wanted to punt the position.
Yeah. Okay. TJ, your thoughts there short?
Yeah, Bobby Witt's like he's going to be the highest owned player on the slate today, pushing 40%, especially in single entry, smaller field stuff. He'll be 50% in those contests. Play anybody else and you'll be getting different enough. I do have Witt as my highest owned, but at 18%. So I'm spreading out this position quite a bit. Xander Bogaerts is my next highest. I really like that call from Tim. Paul DeJong, I think you can play here. Same with Hernandez and Montgomery. Those three, like they're fine. Shortstop's weak enough today that you can play him at shortstop or third base. Either one's fine. Story's okay, but he's going to be probably next highest owned after Bobby Witt. My favorite pivot. So my favorite pivot off Story is Xander. My favorite pivot off of Witt is CJ Abrams.
Okay. You get to bring us to the outfield. What are we doing there, TJ?
So I think I mentioned earlier that Sean Murphy was my favorite Brave and the only one I'm playing as a one-off. I realized that was incorrect because my favorite by far is Eli White, who's leading off today at 2,500. I think that's like honestly the top play in the outfield today. Eli White's at only 2,500. So he and Jackson Merrill are in a tie for my highest owned outfielder. Both of them at about 28%. Merrill, of course, Spidey Bomb number 1 to go along with Nick Kurtz. Keep hitting that like button for more of them. And lo and behold, we're exactly at 100 right now. So we'll get another one at 125. We'll get another one at 150 if we can get there. But we did just hit 100. So to go along with Jackson Merrill and Nick Kurtz, we got a plus 700 one for the people. Ryan O'Hearn, Spidey Bomb number 3. Some great odds on the Padres today. So we got Jackson Merrill plus 600. Nick Kurtz plus 333, Ryan O'Hearn plus 700, and the next one coming at 125 likes. So keep hitting that like button. So Merrill 1, White 2, Fernando Tatis getting to a ton of those guys. I'm just absolutely loading up on, and then I don't have anybody else over 12%. Roman Anthony, Mike Yastrzemski leading off, Ramon Laureano, JJ Bleday in a nice lineup spot. I like Wilyer Abreu, Rooker, and Soderstrom. But Merrill, White, and Tatis are my big 3 today.
Okay. Tim, what are you doing in the outfield?
Yeah, Tatis is my favorite overall play outside of maybe Machado. So Tatis is definitely going to be in my cash game and my single entry team. One of the reasons why I'm fading Bobby Witt is because I really want to play Machado and Tatis, and it's just hard to play all of Machado, Witt, Tatis, and double pay up for pitcher. So I'm sacrificing Bobby Witt today. But obviously, if people feel differently, you can play Bobby Witt. That's fine. I really like Jackson Merrill today. I think that's a really good Spidey Bomb by TJ. I absolutely love that. So 4,400 for him, I think is fantastic. I like Ramon Laureano at 3,600 in GPPs as part of that San Diego stack. Guys like Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena, and that Seattle stack, I think are really good plays. Jarren Duran at 4,600. I like that as well. Eli White, if you need the salary in any format, I think he's completely fine. He's 2,500. He's batting leadoff. It's in a really good spot. And don't forget about Marcell Ozuna at 36 and Profar as well at 39. Really, really, I think great plays for Atlanta today.
Okay. Good stuff, guys. The people want some homers. That's what they're always clamoring for. You got 3 of them right there at the bottom of your screen. You can get a 4th with just a few more likes. But Tim, they didn't get any calls from you. They didn't get any tasteful taters. And they want their taters, Tim. The people want their taters.
I really like that Jackson Merrill call, so I'm gonna bet that one for sure. But I do like Jarren Duran to hit a home run. He's definitely a contrarian home run today. I don't have his odds up right this second, but I do like him. I really like Marcell Ozuna as well at 3,600. So Duran and Ozuna and Merrill for me are my home run calls.
630. And Ozuna plus 550.
Oh wow! I like both of those quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Let's answer a few questions. I think Locke is like 30 minutes away. Spoiler alert: I don't think we're gonna make it, but that's okay because we will answer questions so long as you have questions. We will hang out and do our thing. Let's see if we got a few coming into the YouTube. Tim. Yep, that's me. He says, I'm getting a ton of Kansas City stacks in SimLabs. This is Dustin May's first start in Boston. As a Dodgers fan, I was glad to see him go. Apparently, he's a jerk. Do you agree with the Sims?
Listen, the Sims are there for a reason. They're meant to give you plus EV lineups.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't love Kansas City, but that's just my own brain. I'm clearly biased. I like Seattle more, San Diego I like a lot more, and I like Atlanta. So Kansas City kind of falls outside of that top 4 or 5 range. So they're not for me, but I also don't want to tell people not to listen to the Sims.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. TJ, important question for you. This one's coming in from D-Rock. Chicken parm or meatball sub? Now, he did not specify if this was a chicken parm sub or a meatball sub, because the chicken parm sub is a thing. So is it just chicken parm versus a meatball sub, or is it a chicken parm sub versus a meatball sub?
I'll do chicken parm regardless.
Okay. Chicken parm, the dish, I'm taking over a meatball sub. I will not take a chicken parm sub over a meatball sub.
I agree
Tim?
with that take, Kevin.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Because there's already the breading. There's breading on the chicken, and there's bread. I don't need bread. I don't know.
I have nothing against the meatball sub. I would just, I'd rather spaghetti and meatballs, or I would rather a burger if I'm having hamburger between some buns.
Yeah, I get it, man. We all have solid takes here. Okay, let's see what we got in the old YouTube. I'm sure we got a whole bunch of thumbs ups, and the people are still hitting it. Flying Armbar says, TJ, Polanco or Garcia for a cheapish bat on FanDuel?
Polanco or Garcia?
It is M. Garcia.
I would go with Garcia.
Is it Miguel? Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Michael.
Thank you. Tim, back to you. We need an outfielder at 3,800 or less. DK Cash, he's making you work. I think we had the guy at 2,500 that everybody loved, but 3,800 or less.
I would go Marcell Ozuna.
Okay. Very good. Tim, another one for you. Oh, it's my guy. Canzone or Michael Harris for a FanDuel cheapie.
So that's from our guy, Flying Armbar. If you went Polanco over Garcia, go Canzone over Harris. But if you went Garcia, I would go Harris.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, if that's a 2v2, I would pick Polanco and Canzone over Garcia and Harris.
As would I. Yeah.
Yep. TJ, we got a DK Cash question coming in from Alex. The question is Laureano or Ozuna in DK Cash?
Laureano for me. But Tim likes Ozuna better, so neither are wrong. Their looking at the bat right now, the difference in their projection is 0.11.
Okay. Now would be a good time to note we've answered all the questions. We are an obnoxious away from lock. So if you have any questions about anything at all, we will open it up. It can be about the slate. It can be about DFS. It can be about NFL, best ball, right around the corner, literally. Season long. Tim is a season long stud.
Please don't ask me anything about football. I've not done my homework. I can talk season long baseball, but
I have. It's all good.
Don't you do a shitload of season long football? Was I wrong, Tim, or you just haven't done it yet?
I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay, but you do.
I do it. I have not drafted one single best ball team yet.
Okay, so. All right. Well, you're missing out. Hammers says, "Can you go over pitcher again on DK? I missed it." Tim, can you go over? I think your preferred cash option was the double spend up, and then there were a few tournament options thrown in.
Yeah, so George Kirby, Spencer Strider, I think is definitely your safest pairing. Definitely your cash game pairing. Definitely viable in all tournament formats as well. If I was looking to spread out, Jeffrey Springs at 6,800 would be my favorite of the cheapie options, followed by Nestor Cortez. I think that would really be it in terms of my pool. If I was building out 20 or more, TJ, do you have like a favorite value pitcher on DK?
It's not as cheap as the Cortezes and the Springs, but it's Jose Quintana for me. I'm just gonna try and keep taking advantage of this sputtering Braves team, and I'm playing some Jose Quintana. He'd be my favorite cheap option on FanDuel too, where he's only 8K.
Okay, we major. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say on FanDuel, it's definitely George Kirby. Springs is not as good of a play on FanDuel. Nestor Cortez would be my favorite value pitcher on FanDuel.
Okay, so that kind of leads into the next question from We Major, which is, hey, I came in late. Can I get your two favorite pitchers on FanDuel? Tim?
Two favorite pitchers on FanDuel, George Kirby, Nestor Cortez.
Yeah. Okay.
But I strongly prefer Kirby. I would be much heavier on Kirby than I am on Nestor Cortez.
Okay. Tim, why is Mickey Moniak so bad at baseball? It's the name. That name sucks.
You don't like that name? I think it's a decent name for a baseball player.
Moniak?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe for a bit. Mickey is a good first name for a baseball
Mickey's
player.
a solid first name for a baseball player.
Baseball player or a mouse. You're doing really well with that name.
You're right.
Yeah, you are.
Naylor or Bangaliers on FanDuel, TJ? Who do you prefer? Did we do that one?
Bangaliers.
Okay. Poe DeGen says hockey points props. Tim, we don't. Hockey's not happening, is it?
A couple more months.
Yeah.
DGen.
Tim, did I tell you when I decided I was going to become a hockey player? I was like 30. I was just like, I'm gonna get into ice hockey. I'm from the South. I've never skated. I knew none of these things. I went out, I bought all the gear, and I started getting into ice hockey.
Very good. That's awesome.
Are you still?
No, no. I had a lot of fun. This is gonna sound like a really lame thing, but it really hurt my feet. The skates just were wildly uncomfortable, and I couldn't get over that. TJ?
So yeah, that was a problem I had. Like, so there are ways that you can like mold them around your feet, and it's supposed to be better. But I struggled with that as a kid too, when I was like 4 years old. And this is funny because of my hockey story in reverse. And I was playing hockey. I would have been wasn't 4. I would have been 6.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to my dad as he was like helping me take my equipment off, "You know what my favorite part about playing hockey is?" And he said, "What?" And I said, "Taking my skates off when I'm done." And I didn't mean for that to be like a sarcastic joke. That was just my 6-year-old pure-hearted self being like, this is my favorite when I get to take my skates off. And he was like, hell yes, basketball. He's going to be a basketball kid. And then that was my main thing going forward. Ken in chat saying same thing, same here. Do you have flat feet? Yes, absolutely. My feet are flat as hell.
Yeah. Same. And I didn't have my own skates. I was always renting. So you're renting the shitty skates from wherever I was trying to play hockey at, and wasn't great. But I love that me and your 6-year-old self are on the same level.
Opposite pages of like, I want to get into this, I want to get out of this, but both locking in for my feet hurt.
Yes. All right. Let's see. We got a few more questions coming in. DK pitcher. Oh, okay. Oh, he was just helping somebody out. Sorry. Okay, Tim, DK single entry. Garcia as a 5 Royal with Young and Canzoni mini. That's hurting my head. Or Frazier as a 5th Royal with Soderstrom and Blade mini. I got it now. Do you want me to reread that now that I understand what the hell's happening?
I would do the Garcia with Young and Canzone.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. Johnny, that was a perfectly acceptable question, and I just couldn't read it. I'm an idiot. TJ, over to you. Do you like Daryl Hernandez on the A's stack, FanDuel GPP?
Yes, I do.
Okay, very good. Jorge Mateo says, TJ, DK cash question, Montgomery and Tatis or Machado Merrill?
Machado Merrill.
Tim, a few questions for you. This is from Chris. FanDuel cash, Tatis, Eli White. He's going to say that one. Oh, or Naylor Ozuna that completes a Seattle stack.
Yeah, you're not worried about stacking in cash games, but I would go to Tatis, Eli White if that's just for cash games.
Yeah. Joe says, I'll take on Tim and Kevin 2-on-1 on the ice. Tim, can you skate? You're from the group.
I have not skated in 30 years, so probably not.
TJ, you're Canadian. I heard that you did not get into it hard, but can you skate?
I haven't skated in probably like 8 years, but I still know what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah. I feel like
for the average Canadian, I'm bad at hockey. For the average American, I'm probably good at it.
Definitely. There's no probably about it. Definitely. Let's see what else we got.
And not even bad at hockey for the average Canadian, but like I'd say for the average like athlete Canadian.
Gotcha. Yeah. Your favorite shortstop on FanDuel, TJ?
For cash wit, he's only 3,600. He's really easy to get to. He's going to be 1 billion% owned though. So I'd say like raw points, Bobby Witt, considering ownership, CJ Abrams.
Okay. So let me double check the Discord, see what we got. Hey, we got some questions coming in. Tim, over to you from Razzle Dazzle. DK Cash, your favorite outfielder at 4,400 or less?
It's got to be 44 or less. Jackson Merrill. Yeah, it's got to be Jack. It's definitely Jackson Merrill.
Okay. Is the A stack over-owned on DK in the GPP, Tim?
I don't think so. I did run Sims for the show, and I don't think they're going to be over-owned at all.
According to Sims, they are slightly under-owned.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. FanDuel GPP, TJ, Kirby, or Cortez? Who do you got?
Kirby or Cortez? Kirby.
Okay. Lone Wolf, when is the basketball game between TJ and Roth happening? TJ, I was visiting my brother, who is still a hooper. He's like 41, 42 now. In California. I was balling on Fools, TJ. 5-on-5, played 7 straight games, balling.
Nice.
You feel scared?
No, but I would also say there's a 0% chance I would have the stamina to do that. So
Yeah.
I'll work up to getting to one good game, but you're not getting any out of me after that.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I'm still limping. That was 3 days ago, and I'm still I'm still hobbling. I was
ever since, so funny enough, ever since I started this job is where my basketball has taken a backseat a little bit, because I used to play it's not a incredible league. There's only 300,000 people in my city. It's not like that's top tier, but we have our men's league, and I was in the A1, and I played every Sunday and usually one other day a week outside of that. But the games are almost always before noon on Sundays, and the league runs during football season. So there's just no way I can do it.
Yep.
I can't wait till I turn 35 and I can play Masters, and then it's Wednesday night games, and I'm gonna be locked in.
I don't know if it's fair, but I want to look into some of the older. I'm 40 now.
Most will be 35 and up or 40 and up. So you should be good.
If it's 40 and up, it seems unfair. I will just terrorize people out there. But I don't know. I want to look into that here.
You'd think, but that's when you get those ones where it's a bunch of people who used to play Div 1, and it's they can go and jog, get a little bit of exercise, and they don't do it until that's the Masters.
Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see, TJ, full stack, or rather A's full stack and Mariners mini DK tournament. Does that seem viable to you? A's full stack with the Mariners mini.
Absolutely.
We got my guy Bill in the Discord. He's just saying, remember, look at his Discord picture. He's dunking. The photo is from 1971, but he's flying. Give you a shout out, Bill. You could fly. Let's see. Is it okay? This question
the ring before.
Yeah, I can't fly like that. Tim, is it okay to leave out Rooker from an A stack?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Tim, this is just let me scroll up. I missed a few. Logan says, better GPP, Nats or Sox? Who do you prefer, Tim?
Sox.
Which team should you stack tonight? From Liddy, you each get one choice. Do not let Liddy down. We need one stack to win it all. Tim, what do you got?
I know they're popular, but I'm just going to stick with San Diego.
TJ, one stack to win it all. Don't let Liddy Lindo down.
Padres.
Okay. Ooh. Double backing them. All right. Let's see. Scrolling down a little bit. Chris needs a cheap FanDuel shortstop, TJ. Blaze, DeYoung, Nacho.
Yes, DeYoung of that group, but I don't really like the super cheap ones. It's not hard to get up to Abrams or even Bogarts or Bobby Witt's on FanDuel. Witt's only 3,600. It's really not hard to get to him.
Yeah. All right. Derek says, Tim, wait, that's not, this was from Jim. Merrill or Story, DK raw points. Thank you. Merrill.
I would go Merrill. But
TJ, do you have a different answer? Because I didn't realize asked you that question. Merrill or Story, DK?
No, Merrill by a lot for me.
Hey, very good. Okay. Tim, D-backs or Royals as a secondary stack? Who do you prefer?
I prefer. I think it depends on who's going to be a part of that Royal stack, because some of that Royal stuff might end up being pretty popular. Mainly guys like Bobby Witt. I guess it would be Arizona. They're pretty close, though.
Yeah. All right. TJ, coming to you. Question from Johnny Utah. Is it okay to play a one-off Baldwin against Kirby? What are your thoughts?
I mean, sure. He's a super cheap punt. So absolutely, I guess you can. But at third base, I would probably rather do Alvarez. At outfield for the same price, I would probably rather do Barossa or Jacob Young or Hassel even.
TJ, do my eyes deceive me, or did we get a new addition to the scrolling names at the bottom?
We did. We're up to 130 likes, so if we can get up to 150, only 20 more, I will drop one more at Spidey Bomb. All you gotta do is take your mouse, slide it over, give it a click. If you're on your phone, you gotta hit the X, hide that chat, then you can hit the like button. Number 1 was Jackson Merrill. Number 2, Nick Kurtz. Number 3, who is number 3? I forgot my number 3, and it's not scrolling all the way back around yet. Number 3, Ryan O'Hearn. And number 4, I'm going to be underweight in DFS, but I really like his home run odds, Bobby Witt at plus 440.
Very good. TJ and Time, probably Tides. Do you see an Eli White bomb tonight?
Sure.
Not really. I mean, maybe. But, I mean, he's still a pretty decent DFS play just because he's batting leadoff and he's so cheap. But in terms of actual home run,
I do like his odds. He's plus 870 on FanDuel.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Isn't Eli White? Isn't that a band? The Eli White band? Am I somebody who knows country music? Correct me here. I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Here we go. We got another question. Tides. Polanco or Collins, FanDuel GPP?
Polanco.
Eli Young band. There we go. The questions are drying out here. I'm going to give the people a couple more minutes to see if they can get something in. And if we can, we'll hang out. And if not, we're going to call the show a few minutes early so that we can go get chicken parm or perhaps a meatball sub. Whatever tickles your fancy.
I had a really nice teriyaki bowl for lunch after our first show. My wife was out for lunch with her sibling, and she came home, brought me a nice chicken teriyaki bowl. It had like a full grilled chicken breast on it. It was so good.
Yeah, as long as they don't skimp on the chicken, because chicken teriyaki is always pretty damn good. But
yeah, and it's not just whether or not they skimp on it, but also like whether it's good chicken. Like you don't want that like super processed QB chicken. Like this was fresh chicken breast. It was so good.
Yeah. I had some pho. I was kind of hanging out with my 5-year-old. She's between school. Went out, got some Vietnamese. She got this huge bowl of pho, and we just crushed it. It was amazing. If you're ever in Houston, hit me up. I know the spots. Okay. Did we eat some time? We did. Scott says your top 3 A's in a stack, Tim. Top 3 A's in a stack.
Man, a lot of A's questions. I was not expecting that. But Langoliers definitely, Kurtz definitely. And then guys like Rooker, Blade, Soderstrom, Hernandez, even Lawrence Butler are fine. What do they want? 3? Yeah. So Langoliers, Kurtz, then probably Blade, just because that price is really nice. But obviously, Rooker's a better hitter if you can afford it.
J-Mam says, are people not aware that the A's are on the road today? They are not in their superstar park.
Yeah, we still like them.
Yeah, well, apparently, because everybody's talking about
pitcher again his first start.
Yeah. TJ, I got a couple questions coming your way. By the way, Nice Kevin says he's got some chicken parm waiting for him right after the show. Ooh, good for you. That sounds good. TJ, Blaze and Tatis or Marte and Alec Thomas?
It's tough. Blaze and Tatis.
Okay. Very good. Alan says, thank you, RG crew, and good luck to everyone out there. Well, I would say we're not going anywhere, but the questions have dried out. We've given you just about everything that we've got. This is true. It is weird eating a warm soup like pho when it's like 100 degrees out. It feels a little off. We got a couple questions that came in last second.
To plug the perfect summers that are going on here right now, Roth. Let me see right now. Let me convert it to it's a Fahrenheit. Perfect 78 degrees right here, right now.
God, sounds great. Hey, I want to make sure everybody is aware. We talked about football coming up. Fantasy Labs, your home for season-long fantasy football and best ball content. Get access to rankings, projections, articles, and more from award-winning experts. Fantasy Labs now has an app. Let you get those real-time rankings, draft cheat sheets, lineup advice on the go. And if you sign up with RG15, you get $15 off. Mr. Richard says, thank you, gents, and to everyone at RotoGrinders for giving us great content and tools. Hey, we're always happy to help. We're happy to be able to do it. Johnny Utah, perhaps the final question of the night. Tim, Young Canzoni with Blade or Alexander Barossa with Laureano?
I think I would do that Young Canzone Blade.
Okay.
Who is that? Who's that, TJ?
This is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, that's right.
So good.
Yeah.
Good old Obi-Wan. Man, I want a dog like that. Just a chill dog. Is Obi-Wan always that chill?
We got him 4 years ago now, and when he was supposed to just be a foster. We were fostering with our local dog rescue, and he had been on his own for 5 years.
Yeah.
Just in the wild, living in the wild for 5 years. And then as soon as he got to us, he just kind of fell in love with me and didn't ever want to leave my side. So he follows me everywhere. If we're ever gone, he just waits at the window for me to come back. Even if it's we'll put him off to a dog babysitter for the weekend, he'll just sit at the window waiting for me to come back. And so we could never give him up. He had to stay. He's blind in one eye now, but he doesn't really need his sight. He's just on top of me anyways.
Right. He is just following you around by scent and still happy as can be. We did get a couple more questions. Let's see, TJ. At first, Arias or O'Hearn?
O'Hearn.
So which San Diego first baseman, I guess? It was
O'Hearn.
O'Hearn. Thank you. Cortez or Springs, TJ?
Cortez.
Very good. Okay. Just double checking that we got all the questions, and we did indeed. And that means it is time for us to clear on out. Hit us with the thumbs up on your way out. For TJ and for Tim and for our wonderful production crew, always working hard behind the scenes. Guys, we appreciate you.
Wait. I forgot to upload the credits.
Okay.
So
we have a special showtime tomorrow, by the way. We got a show. Tim and I and Chief have a show coming on at 3. Weird afternoon show.
3:30.
3:30, which is odd, but we will be there pumping out the content mid-afternoon. TJ,
we're good.
Loaded? Okay.
Oh yeah, we got it. We're good now.
All right, so we're gonna bounce on that here for Tim and for TJ and for our wonderful production crew, always working hard behind the scenes. Guys, we appreciate you. We love you, and we will catch you tomorrow. You have to win.